What's up, everyone? My name is David, and I'm here to tell you an amazing story about a spiritual journey that began when I was only 18 years old, in the mysterious year of 1979. Picture this. I'm going about my normal day when all of a sudden, bang, the world changes. When I lose control of the car, I swerve in a way that throws me into the path of approaching traffic. There is a violent crash, and my world is wrecked right away. What did happen next, though? It can't be explained in any normal way. After that terrible crash, I was caught in the steering wheel and shaking from the force of the impact. Then I felt like I was in another world, an inner void, an endless nothingness. Strangely, I kept my spirit and didn't change at all when I went to heaven. I didn't change into a spiritual being. Instead, I stayed in a state of raw existence without a body. I was lost in a sea of doubt and existential questions in this empty space. Who really was I? Where did I come from? These deep questions tore at my core, getting to the heart of who I am and why I'm here. David's name didn't seem to matter, and memories of people seemed far away, if not pointless. Instead, I felt deeply connected to everything in the world, which was both disturbing and profound. A soft, bright light appeared in the middle of this confusing area. It was a spiritual presence. It was impossible for me to see what they looked like, but their energy was filled with a peace and love that was beyond anything I had ever felt on earth. In this peaceful hug, a force that was both strong and soft wrapped around me, squeezing my space and hurting me very badly. Over time, I finally gasped for air again and saw rescuers trying to get me out of the wreckage. In the end, it turned out that I had been dead for more than 5 minutes. On July 7, 2011, as life went back to its normal pace of marriage, having kids, and the never-ending march of routine, something very important happened. During a deep moment of connection with me, my son talked about a bright spirit and a promise made in 1979 to spare my life. Even though I was tired, I joined him in his music moment and saw him engulfed in a dance of the stars, with orbs whirling around him like ballet dancers from another world. This encounter brought back thoughts of my deep spiritual awakening in 1979, which made me think about what life is all about. What are you trying to tell me? When my son said something vague, I asked him what it meant. He said, I see orbs around them. They're beautiful, but we are one. His vague words took me on a journey of deeper understanding, showing me the deep unity that binds all life beyond the illusions of separateness. During the following talks, my son's insights showed that he was much smarter than his years, pointing to a higher power. This spirit, which was pure light, left behind a deep message that reminded us of how we are all linked. It told us to recognize that we are all part of the infinite mind, that we are not limited by our bodies, and that our world is only an illusion. To really understand this, we need to accept that we are all one in the infinite mind, which is also known as God or Source. Our uniqueness comes from this shared awareness, which shapes how we see the world. But our true essence is not limited by the physical. It lives in the spiritual worlds. Our spiritual nature goes beyond the limits of physical life and will always be in harmony with the source of all things. Through the stages of reincarnation, we move through different worlds and have many experiences, but at our core, we stay the same. In the ethereal realm of spirit, our essence lives in its purest form, which is similar to how clear things are in dreams. Dreams may seem like they are separate from the real world, but they are actually a powerful metaphor. Our spirit wanders through vivid scenes while we sleep, feeling and acting in ways that are similar to those we experience when we are awake. Even though these nighttime adventures only last a short time, they have a big impact on our waking lives and make it hard to tell what is real and what is not. In the same way, our present life is full of echoes from past lives, creating a rich tapestry of experiences that shape our path. Rather than being a mere theory, reincarnation is deeply woven into the very structure of our being. Our natural gifts, irrational fears, and the many sides of who we are all signs of it. For example, even if brothers grew up in the same home, they may still have big differences because of the different things that happen to them. Our lives are like a never-ending college. Each moment adds to the bigger picture of who we are. Every experience we have from the time we are babies until now leaves a permanent mark that shapes who we are. Whether we are helped by kindness or put to the test by hardship, each event adds a different thread to the tapestry of who we are. Imagine that you are the end of an endless trip that has been shaped by the coming together of past lives. There is no one experience in life. Instead, it's a continuous line where all events, no matter how different, fit into the big picture of being alive. Being living means that you are always changing, that you are always finding your way through the maze of experiences where everything about life is linked. In its search for meaning, humanity is caught in the never-ending circle of reincarnation and often feels stuck in a loop that will never end. The idea that we only get one chance in this life doesn't capture the depth of our existence. Our lives are made up of many forms, and each one helps us become better people. Karma, the cosmic record of our deeds, is at the heart of this process. The things we do, whether they are good or bad, bring about balance in karma. People tend to focus on the bad parts of karma, but it's important to remember that acts of kindness, compassion, and love also have positive effects that lead to happy results. At the heart of karma is the rule of cause and effect, which says that what we do has always an effect on other things. Mistakes are not just failures. They are also opportunities for growth that lead the soul to understanding and correction through many lives. Still, the search for freedom from the cycle of rebirth calls. For transcendence to happen, there needs to be a deep change, a conscious departure from hurtful patterns, and a move toward spiritual growth and kindness. By making the conscious effort to grow and help others, humanity starts a journey that will change it all, taking it to higher levels of existence and greater understanding. Importantly, the fact that all living things are naturally linked shows how one everything is. One powerful way to remember that karma is linked is to think about how when we hurt others, we also hurt ourselves. This deep truth tells us to change our eyes and see things with compassion, weaving threads of kindness into the very fabric of our reality. Ascended Masters help us find our way to enlightenment by shining a light on our road and giving us valuable insights into the complex tapestry of life. There is a treasure trove of knowledge waiting for you at transcript.org. You can dig into lessons that will feed your soul and help you grow spiritually. We are in charge of our own future, so we need to sincerely accept this knowledge and plant seeds of kindness that will grow a world based on unity, empathy, and unending love. We should work together to create a future where the gentle beat of compassion guides our shared path to awareness. Let's weave a world where every act of kindness sends ripples through the infinite space of existence.